Hi, this is Cathy for Trans by Deaf, and this week we have a very interesting topic to discuss. The topic is, how do I deal with people who attack me as a transgender person? All of us that are transgender are faced with being attacked as a transgender person at one time or another. These attacks range over a broad spectrum from the misuse of pronouns to that is very common to make you feel bad or to put you down, to people who actually come up and get in your face in public and try and make everybody in the entire place that you are out you. And then there is the very far other end where you have usually males who say they are going to kill you or make advances toward you to kill you. So it is a wide range of events. I would like to start out on the rather low end, which is the most common. And what tips would I give to someone? Generally, when someone approaches me and starts using the wrong pronouns and starts treating me as a man when I'm dressed fully as a woman, there's no chance that anybody could mistake me for a man. If they don't know any better, then I ask them to use the proper pronouns and are very polite. If they do know better, I have found that the tip I would give you is to just turn and walk away and walk out of the place where the confrontation is taking place. In most cases, what I have found over the years that I have been transitioned is that the best response to being people who at this low level use wrong pronouns is to turn and walk off. As you move up in intensity, I have had several people over my life come up and get right up in my face and call me a tranny and really use very bad verbal slurs. When it gets to that point, the only thing you can do is, particularly if it's in a very crowded public place, is to turn around and walk out. It does no good to get right back up in their face and say that you're not going to like that and you're going to whip them. The tendency, particularly when you're brand new at transition, is that you still have enough testosterone and enough male traits in there that you're going to want to get in a fight with them and have a very knockdown, drag-out situation occurring. My tip is that you never do that. If you're on HRT, remember that you have lost much of your male strength and you cannot afford to react the way you did as a male if somebody had confronted you in the same way. So the best tip there is to turn and walk off and get yourself away from them. The next one is, what do you do when somebody threatens to kill you or attack you on a very intense plane? Well, my solution is that I try, as they say on Best Defense, to never put myself in that situation where I'm going into a hostile environment that they would want to kill me. I know a lot of bars, particularly here in East Texas where I live. If I went in there and they found out that I was transgender, I wouldn't walk out of there. They would beat me to the point of killing me. And I just don't go to places like that. I don't go to bars and don't go to establishments where that is a possibility. I don't need entertainment that bad. I don't like bars in the first place, but I don't go to those kind of places where they would become very intense and very argumentative and want to basically kill me. There are a number of times, because of the job that I have, where I'm required to go to parts of Houston, parts of Dallas, and other places where I don't really feel comfortable going, but my job requires me to go there. I will freely admit that I, a number of years ago, went and obtained a Texas concealed carry permit, and I don't hesitate to carry my firearm concealed, and I probably wouldn't hesitate to shoot. The thing that you must realize that they teach you in the Texas Concealed Handgun Carry course is that if you draw that firearm, even drawing it can bring a grand jury investigation, and the minimum cost is around $30,000 to $40,000. If you discharge that weapon and shoot somebody, the legal fees alone are going to go over $100,000. So you have to think, unless I am sure those people are going to kill me, there is no way that I am going to use my firearm to defend myself, unless that is a very last response. On the program Best Defense on TV, they always talk about putting an object between you and them, and then backing yourself away from them and fleeing for safety. The key here is really not putting yourself in the situation in the first place. If you are, get yourself out of that situation without the firearm, and only use the firearm as a very last defense, or use your martial arts as a last defense. You do not want to be in the court system costing you a lot of money later, and most people don't realize that, and I think that's a very good piece of information that they gave us in the Texas Concealed Handgun Carry course that I've had to take about 4 or 5 times now, and I feel that is important for you as viewers to know. So, in conclusion, my advice to you and the major tips I have to you is when somebody comes up to you and confronts you, that you will take a step back and be kind to them. If it's a low level or a possible mistake, correct them. If the thing escalates, just excuse yourself and back away. The best defense is one where you do not have a confrontation with the people, where you avoid the confrontation at all costs. Never put yourself in a position where you're going to be confronted unless you can't help it. And if you are, get yourself out of that position as fast as you can to a place where you are safe. Well, those are my comments on Trans by Deaf. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you next week. I'm going to try and include this video that some of my friends at the gun club thought I ought to put in. It is me drawing from concealed carry and shooting a single plate with my Ruger SP-101 snub nose that I oftentimes carry concealed. The thing that you must realize in watching this clip is that I shoot once or twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month, with a USPSA or IDPA group, and so I'm doing this all the time. For those who don't, your reaction times are a lot slower. Well, I hope you enjoy the clip, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hi, this is Cathy for Trans by Deaf, and this week we have a very interesting topic. How do you defend yourself against an attacker who does not like transgendered people? I was out at the range today shooting a IPSC match with some of my friends, and I happened to mention the topic that I was going to discuss this week, and they said I should provide them a short demonstration. And so they are helping me put this demonstration together. You must realize that I shoot at least 1 or 2 IPSC or cowboy style matches every month, and so I do it on a regular basis, and I also have a Texas concealed carry permit that makes it legal for me to carry a concealed handgun in the state of Texas. Well, with that, I would like to go through the demonstration that my shooting friends think I should do to liven up our discussion for the week. If we review the shooting, it took me 2.57 seconds to draw my firearm and engage the target down there. You must realize I've been shooting all day, but if an attacker were approaching me and he's within a 3-second margin or in a 5-second margin before I can even get a shot off, he is going to have me. That indicates to me that the use of a firearm is not a very good resolution to a transgender issue. Also, it would cost you a lot in defense fees if you did. My shooting buddies have all enjoyed this because they feel that there is nothing like a good draw and engage a target to make a video better. Well, I thank you for joining me here on Trans by Def, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye.